Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a video on this high school in Kentucky. Not sure if you heard about it yet or not. The high school is called Hazard High School. So they had their homecoming week celebration, which they said they have it every year. Unfortunately, this year's celebration got way out of control. It went all the way to the left. Pictures were posted on their Facebook page. If they were taken down, and people are in outrage. So there was a male pageant, and at this male pageant, some of the men were dressed in high school students were dressed in lingerie, some in their underwear. They gave faculty members lap dances, okay, and they said some other lewd acts were portrayed in these particular pictures. It just went haywire. It got out of hand. And the superintendent, she did issue, or the person, I don't know if it's he or she, issued a statement. But before I get into this statement, let me say this. I went to high school many moons ago. And when I was in high school, and we had a student council, and anything we wanted to do, it had to be approved by, and first of all, the student council is exactly what it said. It was a bunch of students. But they let us run it. But anytime we wanted to do something, especially when it was on school premises, and even if it was off, we had to get it approved by the overseer, which was one of the faculty members, which was one of the teachers. And even when the teacher approved it or liked it or sent us back to the table and said, do it over again, you're not even going to read. The principal ain't even going to say yes to this, okay? After that teacher looked at it, she would then present it to the principal and the vice principal, and they would have to give us the green light before we did anything, especially because it was on school premises. And sometimes they did have a little bit of money to go towards a fund, and it wasn't a lot, and whatever they gave us, they was like, that's all you're getting, y'all got to make it work. So I'm not understanding how, and so I read the statement, but I will get to that, like, how do you not have a student council? And then with the student council, when they say what they want to do, the festivities that they want to do for homecoming week, how does that not get bumped up to the faculty member that's overseeing it? And then how doesn't that get bumped up to the principal? Like I said, 1,000 years ago, when I was in high school, this was a policy in place. How do we have current day, especially with social media, you have no call of order in place before children do something on the school premises? And listen, high school, listen, students, they don't be thinking in the right frame of mind, because it's like anything goes now because of the TikTok, because of the Facebook, because of the Instagram, because of all of these social media outlets. Everything is about a viral moment, about, a click and a view, and about everything just getting haywire. So I'm not shocked that the students had this misjudgment, but I am shocked that the faculty members didn't say, hey, hold on. Everybody, cameras off, no more pictures. We're shutting this down. This is messed up. We cannot do this. But instead, the faculty members stood there, partaked in the lap dances, okay, and the lewd acts, thought it was funny, and it was all fun and games. Well, when they posted it to the Facebook page, there was outrage, and rightfully so. And I'm not one to be a cancel committee. I'm not one to say someone should be fired. But in this case, I'm going to have to hit the gavel and say, you know what? These teachers that were involved, they need not be teaching. They should be fired, and they should be banned from teaching ever again. If you don't have more common sense than your students, there's a problem. You're teaching the future here, the future lawyer, doctor, president, nurse, car technician, artist, singer, whatever. You're teaching people. You're teaching our future, and you have no common sense. Would you think they're gonna ever have some common sense, and you can't even tell them right from wrong? A student giving a lap dance to a teacher is never going to be right. I don't care how you try to explain it. A student being in a high school in some lingerie or their underwear, I don't care how you explain it. Even if you want to say it's a costume, that's not what we're doing. Even now in the schools, when they allow the children to wear costumes to school, they give a whole list of rules and regulations. You can't wear this, you can't do that, you can't have no short skirt, you can't blah, 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 blah. Y'all give a whole homecoming festivity situation, a male pageant, and they're allowed to dress however. And then that would have been one thing in and of itself. But then they're giving the faculty members lap dances. Those teachers need to be fired and never teach again. They could work somewhere else. So the superintendent, they did take the pictures down. But the superintendent, she gave a statement. Well, I don't know if it's a she or he. I don't know. Because let me see if they put the person's name. Sandra Combs. She gave a statement. She put out a statement, okay? And I'm not going to read this whole thing. It's very long. But she said, late in the evening on October 26, 2021, I was made aware of concerns raised by photographs that was posted on the Hazard High School athletic page, okay? The first thing I did on October 27 was initiate an investigation into the incident. I found photos of inappropriate student-led activities that have since surfaced on social media. The district has a responsibility to address these issues that arise out of school-based activities. As a district, we are doing exactly that. Okay, so she said first she'd like to address some questions about the incident. The activities were part of a homecoming festivities and were driven by the students. But unfortunately, this time it got carried too far. She's saying Spirit Week at Hazard High School has a long and celebrated tradition. Homecoming activities were planned as a celebration for students, staff, and the school community. All were intended to be fun, good-natured. Where am I? Let me see. I lost it. Good nature. However, the activities did not play out as intended. While homecoming is an annual tradition, there has never been any issue raised prior to this year. This is an opportunity to review the policy and procedure to make certain that it doesn't happen again. So one, she said appropriate disciplinary action has been taken following the investigation. As it is a personal matter, we are not allowed to disclose any further information regarding the specifics of the discipline. And yes, I can understand that. Y'all can't tell us, what happened to them exactly, but I'll tell you this, they should have been fired. But that's my thoughts. Okay, moving forward, a student activity committee will be developed to review all student-led activities, which should prevent any skits from being performed in the future. While we value our students' creativity, we also must ensure that it's focused on an appropriate direction and will be more vigilant toward the goal in the future. Yeah, y'all messed up. Also, training will take place on policies and procedures with all district staff to ensure this doesn't happen again. Using this as a teachable moment, which you should. Stuff happens, but this was over the top, okay? Teachable moment. We will provide social media training for our students and staff. In today's society, students must understand that anything posted online is permanent. And Baby Doll, she's the superintendent. I mean, I'm sure she has plenty of schools she is overseeing, but this should be in every school. Training on social media, and I'm gonna almost say you got to do it in kindergarten. Start drilling it in their head then, because these kids now, they're getting tablets at birth. I think it's on the baby registry. Get a tablet for my kid that's about to come out, and get them a cell phone. They're getting iPhones and tablets, okay, from birth. Phones are better than mine, and they this high. They young, 5-year-olds with iPhones. But anyway, I digress. So then, if they're going to have the electronics, then you need to teach them as early on, right? It is there on public display for everyone to see and share around the globe. We hate to see a single youthful indiscretion haunt one of our children for their entire life, and so do I. We have a dress code that is to be followed at all times. It is apparent that it was not in this case, but we will assure you that it will be enforced in the future at all school activities for both male and females. Costumes will be reviewed for appropriateness. In addition to being required to meet the dress code, any costume referencing drug or alcohol use will be strictly prohibited. At the end of the day, the lighthearted activities simply got out of hand, and for that we apologize. In the future, we will strive to keep the lighthearted, fun nature of school activities without the inappropriate behavior. We will continue to seek to involve our students and foster their creativity, but with more direction. They are young and will be there to offer better guidance for their ideas in the future. We love our students and only want to provide them with the best education and foundation for a successful life. We only ask that you not judge a district with a century-long tradition of striving for excellence on a single incident where fun trumped judgment. I'm sensitive to that. You know, you had tons of years of a good run, but I'm sensitive to it. But I mean, was it really a good run, or was it a good run because we just didn't know about it? Nobody was silly enough to post it, online. I mean, did it just so happen that this group of students got out of hand? I do know that there's always competition, especially in high school. Y'all homecoming that y'all planned last year, wait till y'all see what we do this year. We gonna shock everybody. So I do know there's that competition. Am I 100% sure that this is their first time that it went a little array? Maybe, maybe not. But what I am sure of is I do feel for the students. I feel for the students because the adults in this situation should have known better. And, the students is the ones that are going to be the most impacted because, as she stated, once you place it on social media, the image is permanent and it can be shared around the globe. So, it breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. And she said, our district would like to apologize for the activity that has been portrayed in the media, and we regret how this has unfolded. This is not the type of event that typically occurs here at Hazard High School, and we sincerely regret any embarrassment this has caused our school community. We love our Hazard High School students, staff, and community at large. And her name is Sandra Combs, and she is the superintendent. As I stated, my heart breaks for the students because, it's a lot. And we all growing up, especially in high school, you make mistakes. But lucky for me, when I was in high school, it was this social media like this. Like things couldn't go viral the way it did. At most, it only lived for maybe a week or two in the minds of the people in your school and maybe some other people in the surrounding areas. So eventually you can live it down. But once you post this thing, it lives on forever. Best of luck to Hazard High School. This was a disastrous thing that happened. My heart goes out to the students. The faculty members, I'm sorry, unfortunately, should be fired and banned from teaching for life. This is a misjudgment that when it was happening, you should have been like, nah, y'all going too far. When they came in dressed that way, y'all should be like, nah, we're not doing this right here. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Chat with me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.